Ave strategos, I am Pericles and welcome back to the channel. So it's been a few days that we gave a break after the finishing our Greek cities campaign. We were having basically the election, like a voting, let's say, window for choosing which campaign do we want to see the next. And so today I decided to finalize the basically votes. I appreciate to everyone whoever attended to those let's say voting, and it looks like the most voted faction came up. It's Pontus, people of Pontus. To be honest, I did play one time, I believe, with Pontus in my own basically playthrough, but never ended the campaign. So we're gonna be playing with Pontus a long campaign, and we're gonna be playing at a very hard difficulty. Only option we will be keeping on is gonna be the no battle time limit, exactly same as the Greek cities campaign, and all of our modifiers are on remastered. So, folks, let's not lose too much time and jump to the our new adventure, our new campaign. So, as I mentioned, it's gonna be a long campaign over here. And once we basically got 50 provinces and Rome controlled by us, we're gonna end this campaign. We're not gonna go with world domination over here. It's gonna be another journey for me, another adventure for me, since I haven't done the long campaign with Pontus. So let's go ahead start our campaign with people of Pontus's intro video.
The desert is ours. It is my home. Invaders come here, but they do not leave. They do not understand the desert. They do not understand how it gives life, or how it kills. So they die, and we grow stronger. The dead, now, the dead, cannot pass on their newfound wisdom. So invaders keep coming, keep trying to take our lands and our wealth. But then wealth flows through this land. And if our people have one failing, it is the love of wealth. It is sweeter than water. It is more powerful than the sword. For any sword can be turned aside with a gold coin. Gold will buy 1,000 warriors. And 1,000 warriors, why, they are the start of an empire.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see what is our starting basically conditions, starting position, our financial situation, etc. It's been a very long time I haven't played with Pontus. So we're starting with 3,000 denarii and 355 per each turn, and we are having as a income, like a profit. So we're starting with two settlements here, Sinop and Mazaka. So geographically they are located in the northeast Anatolia. So these areas aren't bad, but our primary goal should be expanding to the south, to the basically Middle East and North Africa over here. These lands are pretty valuable, and at the same time going towards to the west, basically conquering the whole Anatolia under our flag, and then deploying our armies to the Greek peninsula and later on to the Italian peninsula. We have to get to the Romans and destroy their factions as soon as possible. We should do that because we don't want them to go ahead and have their basically Marian reforms. Then they're gonna be a real pain in the butt. So let's start with the family tree and see. We have only 3 generals as a starter. We're gonna have one real soon. He's 15 years old, probably in a turn or 2 at most. We'll have one basically coming of age. And then we have 1, 2, 3 young ones that will take couple turns. So I'm gonna assign probably Heracles my new faction here, since he is younger and also has better stats in my opinion than Pharnaces. So he'll be my faction here, and he's at Mazaka. So let's move the followers before we start to the campaign. Chief Energy, personal security, value of the bodyguard, sounds great. Discount on agent training, I don't need it. Personal security, I don't need it. Freeman, clerk, and merchant. Alright, that sounds fine. And this guy can take the useless ones over here. I think the only merchant I want to transfer from him to Pharnaces, and we should be fine. Alrighty, so our diplomat, where he should go, he should probably go towards south. Why south? Because that's where we will expand first, and I want to go ahead and do a trade agreement with them as a first thing, and later on, once we basically got a trade agreement with them and we can siphon some money out of them, we can go ahead and do basically declare a war against them. So this ship over here is nothing but just income basically decreaser for me, so I'll disband him. I'm not gonna need it for at this moment right now. And about the settlements, we're gonna do them very high taxes for sure. We need to grow our economy as a start. And the unit wise, we haven't started with a promising army, to be honest. I'm thinking how can I separate my armies. I'm not gonna go to east in that moment, so first of all I have to send an army to south and then one to west. So that's our two primary directions. Heracles is gonna go to where he should go. I think he better go to west. I think that's gonna be the best thing to do. So let's take him out. Let's take him out of the settlement. And 45%. Do I need another pell test? What can I recruit here? I can recruit the Pontic Light Cavalry, so alright, let's do that. Let's build roads over here. Same over here. And then next turn we'll decide to where else to go. 5. Alright. I think this guy better go down to south. And he will... Faction leader. I want to use his cavalries actually, to be honest, so I better go this way. How about him? I might use him here as well. So these two armies will go to west for now, and we might have some riding for a turn. But let me see how much. Yeah, let's have a ride. That's okay. What we ultimately want to do is maintain the public order in those settlements. Right after building the roads, I'm gonna do probably the temples. The good thing, last Friday, the last temple guide was for the Pontus, so I do remember a lot of stuff that we've talked there, so I'm gonna apply them to my campaign. We're gonna be building shrine to Zeus in pretty much everywhere except our military settlements, which will be just a few, and then on those we're gonna be building shrine to Hercules, I guess that's how it's pronounced. And the shrine to Zeus should maintain the public order pretty decent. So I believe we are good for now. Let's go ahead and end the turn and see what's going on. This guys, that's just not a uh, fun thing to see. Let's go ahead and get another one of those maybe. And here we go. So he's gonna be showing the map for me. And here we go. And what about him? He goes down to the south. Alright, don't block my way. What's over here? Not too many stuff. And he might come ahead and sit over here on the settlement maybe. And he can take some with him. I think we should be good for next turn. Let's go ahead and end the turn once more. Just make sure that everything is fine. Yep, looks like it's everything in order. Great, they're not riding anymore as well. We have a coming of age. Let's see how does the new guy looks like. 000 Spartacus. Infertile. I mean, how bad are you, man? So that's alright. We'll figure it out. I wanna go ahead and start the siege of Ankara. Yep, let's go ahead and start the siege and let's make him join. Great. They have pretty decent units actually over there, so we better be careful and stay over here for helping him. Too many rebels already in our settlements, around our settlements. We better be careful. What to do? Maybe. Unfortunately, we don't have too much money left. So let's see. We can start dealing with. We can start selling our map information and trade rights and see how they're like. Oh, they also likes to be an alien. In an alliance with us. So as you remember from my Greek cities campaign video, at the beginning of the campaign until I set up my basically economy, I do like to use my diplomats for selling my map information and trade rights. As you see, it says it's generous, so I'm offering these two for them and asking money in return. And I do like to check alliance option as well. As you see in this case, adding aliens to my offer made the generous offer very generous, which means they like to they're interested to be in an alliance with me. So it means I can ask more money. So let's see. Can I ask 2,500 for that? It says balanced, and let's hope they'll accept. Yes, they did accept. That's great. So that's how we made some starting capital to expanding our basically settlements. Why it's blue? Because it's ally, maybe. So, and we had an, even it's not a, you know, in the game the alliance doesn't work very strong, but we have at least someone to can got our back for a few turns. Maybe we can focus on Greek cities first, and then we can start the war with Seleucids. So what we can build over here, let me see how much it takes. So 2,000 gets me 200 and 6. I think that's even better for now, because we don't have too much money to spare on units and stuff. So we better use it carefully. How the things looks over here. We have some cavalry, and I think I can get them to there, and they can take care of themselves for now. So another land clearance here, another basically peasant over here. So let's take the cavalries out, general cavalry out, and see what these units are. They're very easy to deal. So what I'm gonna do, this guy will die soon, so I want to get Spartacus basically a little bit specced up. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get him in the next cell, so the rest of the army can be reinforcement, you know. But I wanna charge to enemy unit with Spartacus because, as I mentioned, this guy is already old and he's 61 years old. Probably in a few turns he's gonna pass, and I want this guy get some, not the command points, I want him to get some influence points, to be honest, and I want him to be a main general, because if I would just go ahead and charge to enemy units, Mithridates, our faction leader, would be the main general since he has much higher command points. That's how it works. If you have multiple generals in the same army, whoever has the most command points, that is being your main general. That's being your commander in the battlefield. So I just separated him to the side, but I also wanted to have him as my army, and he can be a reinforcement. Exact same thing I did over here. As you see, I want the Heracles basically get some specs because he's my faction here, and basically the influence points and management points is much higher than the Pharnaces. Even his command points is higher. If he would be in this army, then Pharnaces would be leading my siege to Dunkirk. Now he will be reinforcement, and Heracles will be the main commander, main general, to lead my army in the siege or further battles. Once they both have the same command points, I think whoever you've chosen in the first slot, that's gonna be your main commander, main general. So let's go to the battlefield and resolve this battle, to the very first battle against the rebels, in order to keep our territories cleaned up, basically. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna stay over here and wait for my reinforcements, which they should be coming from somewhere from this side, and let's go ahead and wait for them. They're coming right over here. Great. I don't think so I'm gonna be needing those two peltasts. It's gonna take too much time for them to catch up with me. I just want them to probably just sit over here. In any unfortunate case, they might be in help, but hopefully that won't happen. Let's triple speed the game. So that quick tip I gave you about the commanders, you can tailor it to your basically to your liking and to your own advantage, and you can find the best basically use of it. So whichever captain, whichever general that you want to have it in a basically whichever family member you want to improve, then even they have a lesser stat, you can follow this kind of guide and get beneficial from it. So let's see, I assume the general in the archers, no, actually they're at the peasant unit. So what I'll do, I will just simply open their fire at will mode. I think they are javelin cavalry. Yes, they are. And I'm gonna do them I'm gonna force them a melee combat. And what I'll do, simply I will just let's get over here. I want them to be in a out of archer's range, and once I got the higher ground, I can go ahead and charge to them with my melee basically power. So let's get over here. I hope that should be okay. Let's actually make a formation over here first, and again we are playing, I'm sorry, we are playing with only the no battle time limit option on, and everything else in the game is any other option is unclicked, as you saw. So we have morale, we have fatigue, and all those factors are present in our campaign. So we should always keep an eye on our fatigue of our units, which both are fresh currently. So looks like these archers are getting towards us. Let's go ahead and get them what they want. I think they are looking for a fight. Or you guys want to fight in a melee combat or what? They're already broken. Let's finish them all completely first, and then we'll jump to the actually let's go and do it now. Let's go and take care of their peasants as well. I mean, I think you can go ahead and finish the rest of them. Don't let them run away. They ran away already. So let me move them back. Why I moved my main, basically my faction leader cavalry back, because now I want, since they are done, I want my the young general go ahead and get some experience points, since once he's gonna be dying, once he's gonna pass, I'm gonna unfortunately lose his general cavalry as well. But having more experience points on the other general would be much better for the long run. So here we go, we got our first victory in the campaign, even it was an easy one, but here we go. So in this battle we didn't get anything, but that's not being the case in every battle. So we'll see in the further ones that how the things will look like. So I want to go ahead and move my spy over here probably. Thracians already sieging the Byzantium. That's one of the settlements I want to put my hands on as soon as possible, whenever I get a chance. And let's hope the Armenians gonna offer us something so we can negotiate back with them. Alrighty. I assume we are done for this turn as well. Let's go and end the turn. Perfect. Armenians come up to us with some trade right offers, very generous. I want to add map information as well. So as you see, without alliance they are very generous. So trade rights already very generous, right? You might say, what if I add the map information? Still very generous, but maybe it is less interested for them. No, the map information is something that they always interested in. That there's no such a case that that actually affects to your proposal balance negatively. It always affects positively, and that's why you never hesitate to add a map information in your deal. But in the previous one with Seleucids, they liked our alliance offer, but these guys, they're not interested, because usually they like to bring one of their armies from here, from the east, and try to siege one of our settlements. So I'll go ahead and remove the alliance offer from here and ask them maybe, let's see, 2500. Is that too much? Let's see what they will react to that. Oh, they accepted that as well. So here we go, another 2500 we got to our pockets. So war declared between Greek cities and Brutia. Oh, I mean, that's too fast. How? Where? Here? Probably here. Or don't tell me that they already got Apollonia and they're fighting for Terman now. If that's the case, they're basically progressing super fast. I assume putting my spy over here is a better idea. Maybe I'll move him a little to north so I can see the Seleucid settlement as well from here. And the settlement is fine with only one. Both settlements are fine with only one unit of basically peasants. And we have another. Here we go. So these guys are kind of tough. I'm not so sure, do we want to fight with them or not? How much are these units? They have 400 to recruit and 100 per turn. How about this guys? 180 and 170 per turn. 150, 330. Looks like these guys are better investment, so I'll actually do both since we are desperate. And I'm gonna move south to Egyptians. Let's hope we can siphon some good money from Egyptians. And here we go. These guys can stay right over here. And let's go and finish the siege for Ankara and add that settlement to our lands, basically, to our empire. These guys are strong, so let's use our missile units effectively and see how it goes. So actually, Pontus starts weaker than I expected. I thought the Pontus start is pretty strong because I assume they usually be in the superior power at Anatolia when I do play another campaign. So that made me assume that probably they start strong, but looks like it is less than I expected. I can say they have a strong start, so we'll just play smart and use every small advantage in our basically benefit, to our advantage. So we are fine over here. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get the ram to the walls. I want my peltists get close by. The good thing we don't have any. Uh, Actually, we can stay over here. We don't have any towers around, so that's great. And none of the units in the enemy army is basically has a missile unit. So let's get over here. I want them all be close by. And where is he? Let me get him closer. So we got our reinforcement as well, and here we go. And another quick tip, guys. I mean, you're not gonna see me doing too much in my campaigns, but if you wanna use every small advantage, basically every small thing to your advantage. Oh, look at that. We are inflicting heavy damage to them with our missiles. They're strong actually, but look at these peltists. They're melting them. That's great actually. That's great. So what was that advantage? So as you remember, once we started the campaign, Pharnaces was our faction here, and then I assigned Heracles as my faction here. So this guy, as you see over here, it says no, I'm gonna just pause the game to explain about that. So it says 101 cavalry currently he has, and actually it should be 66. Why 66? Because if you're not a faction leader or faction heir, you're not having a lot of bodyguards. You're not having a lot of general bodyguards. And he had 101 because he used to be a faction heir. Now this guy was much less since he's trying to replenish. Once I made him the faction heir, now he can have 111 cavalry. I think he was at the 70s maybe. So what you can do once the both of them are reached to the 110s or over 100 cavalry they have, whichever one is gonna suffer after the battle more, let's say this guy suffered a bit and we lost 25 cavalries and he has 8 now, and this guy suffered 30 and he has 70 now. I can wait 1 or 2 turns so this guy can go ahead and have another 110 maybe cavalry in as a bodyguard, and then I can go ahead and assign this guy as a faction here. So basically assigning all of your family members faction here for a few turns gonna let you have more bodyguards. So if I will feel like we're in a tough situation, I will probably go ahead and use that strategy as well. That's another small quick tip that I wanted to share with you folks. So maybe if you're struggling with basically your army, so we started with a very I can say low quality army over here, so we might consider this as an option, and in order to basically have a little stronger start, I don't think so you will be needing this strategy once you have established army or economy that can support your large recruitments and stuff, but as early as at the beginning of the campaign, that's another good basically way to get your army a little bit how can I say supported, a little bit buffed, and also these general cavalry, they're pretty darn strong, so that is good basically way to consider. So let's go ahead and see these guys. I guess they're gonna be just get melted by the peltasts, which is great. He has only one unit. And are they done with their missiles? Looks like they are done. So let me move him back. Hopefully I won't be needing him. What about him? Let's get him over here. And I just don't want you guys go ahead and shoot at him. So they aren't gonna move close by. They don't want to do that. Not any other units wants to get closer. Maybe I should give them a space, and maybe that will make them feel a little safer. If that's not the case, what I'll do, I will go ahead and bring my pelters again here, a little bit further from the wall, so you guys can have a room to shoot. And maybe archer over here sounds good. What I can do, I can go ahead and get him in a settlement. I don't want you to shoot. Go ahead and kill this naked fanatic, the one unit. So what we can do is we can use our generals. I assume we can do this. I can go ahead and move one of my generals over here, and another one can be a bait. Let's go and try this tactic and see how it works. Now you guys can both shoot whenever you have a chance. And I assume we can move them a bit over here. And archer a bit over here. So what's basically a thought on my mind is I'm gonna try to use this cavalry to go over here, maybe bait one of their units, come towards me, and then basically sandwich them between two of my units. So let's see, will that work out or not? Because sometimes they prefer not to lose their basically position, their defensive position. So let's see how that will work out. Can we go over here? Alright, they're coming. So what I want to do, I want to run. Now I want these guys go ahead and help them. We killed their general already. Oh, they didn't even need the second one, to be honest. So I think it is better if I move my main general over here. Let's get over here. Perfect. Looks like the naked fanatics are coming towards us now. Great. I think we can take care of these naked fanatics in between two of our units. Just keep the general safe. Great. We got them. Now move back. We don't want to fight with them in the town square. Why? Because they have unlimited basically morale over there, and we ultimately want to break them. Our goal is not like fighting them until to their last breath. We just wanna we don't have any units that have missiles. Alright, let me bring the archers real quick to over here. What we want to do, the same thing we did with the cavalry and another naked fanatics. We don't want to fight them until to their last breath. We just want to basically take them out from their town square, so they don't have infinite infinite morale. And once they're out of there, we can kind of scare them. Let's see. So we can scare them, and they can basically be broken, and on the way back to the town square, and we can try to finish them. And if they have a few of them left, that's fine. We can take care of them after that. So it looks like they lost their position enough, and I assume, great, yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Here we go. There's only 1 or 2 units left, and we cleaned them up. Great victory with only 13 losses. Let's go ahead and basically capture our first settlement. Here we go. Ankura, they have only 400 population. I don't have any choice except occupying it, so that's what I'll do. And I'll build a shrine to Zeus. Yes, probably that's what I'll do as a first thing. Um, anyways, this guys doesn't grant me a lot of income, so I have no choice but letting them have low taxes, to be honest. So I'll keep them on the low taxes, and I want to see what can I leave behind. These guys are expensive. Maybe a unit of cavalry. How does it sound? Light cavalry. Should we do that? Let's do roads then, so we don't lose too many movement points over there. And let's move towards to Nicomedia. And here we go. There's no way I can siege the settlement this turn. I should have maybe. I just lost it with one movement point, but that's okay. So we got this settlement. The roads are on the way. 50 dinar is gonna do something to me. You don't know. Probably it can. Let's just keep it high. Yeah, let's keep it high, and we can keep the peasant over here. Why I'm bringing a peasant? Because these guys are very low on population. I can't even recruit one. Even when I'm gonna be able to recruit one, it is better to not damage their population. Let's let them be at 2,000 population as soon as possible, so it can grow. In the other case, it will be just pain for us. So let me see. These guys are not even backing up, and they have a rebel general. May I see how strong is the rebel general? 10, 14. I mean, I feel actually confident. Let's see. Let's see how that battle will go. We are in the Seleucid territory, actually. That is kind of worsening our relationship with them because we don't have a military access. I want to wait for the day, to be honest. Alright, great. So, staying in their territory without their basically approval, which we haven't got it yet, is worsening our relationships with them. So we have to be mindful about it. Let's see, will they move towards us or no? Alright, yeah. Get over here, guys. Alright, they're gonna hold their position. So what we can do is we can try to separate their general out of their army, and once we gonna be able to do that, we can I think we have to move our generals towards here. So we have to take their general out of their army, like separate them, maybe make him run behind us, let him chase our other two general units, and once he's gonna be chasing our units, he's gonna have to leave his foot units behind, because their speed aren't the same as horses. And then in that case, if we can take their enemy general down, which we will probably be because we have a cavalry superiority, and then once the general died, once the enemy general is fallen, alright, once the enemy, I got kind of scared for a second that maybe they are moving towards them. Once the enemy general is fallen, we have advantage over the enemy army, because enemy morale is gonna just be so fragile after this. So let me see, these guys are kind of doing scary things, to be honest. Alright, I think he might stay over here. He might want to stay over here. Let me move my main general. Cilician pirates. Oh, these guys are... Guys, run. I want you to run. I want you to run. These guys are giving me no choice but taking the Cilician pirates. Alright, we got them. And it's kinda not a good thing to be. They're gonna kill us. Alright, now turn for taking care of this Cilician pirates. Great, and now let's go ahead and take care of the enemy general. Please let them leave the map. Now we can go ahead and charge against the enemy general and kill him. Alright, we are done. So, we got some casualties unfortunately, but we can go ahead and retrain them, that's fine. That army has no rush to go ahead and siege somewhere, we're just building that army up. Then my main purpose was building an army over here. So he got a confident commander, that's not what I'm looking for, but at least he has already second basically. He has a second victory in his name, which he might slowly get the influence points being victorious for in a lot of battles. So I assume we are done again. We don't have anything. And on Kira, do we build anything? We do, but not recruiting. Great. So let's go ahead and end the turn once more and see what's going on. Great. Now we can go ahead probably recruit these guys. Perfect. One more maybe. Get me another cavalry please. And we have already 1066 income. We built that up a bit. And I say probably getting him over here is a good idea. I see some army moving towards my lands. And we can do very high taxes. Let's do Shrine to Zeus. And I want to do... they have 3 units over here. Whatever, I want to do this. Let me siege a settlement. Let me get him over here as well. I think I should be good with... I think I'm... yeah, let's leave him here for any case. So Ancure is fine. We're gonna have to build something else over here. 64 for how much? For 1200. It's kind of expensive. 200. We have a port already. Right. Let me go ahead actually try to negotiate with Egyptians and see how much money I can get from them. Trade rights balanced, map information balanced. Alright, they like our alliance offer. What we want to do is I'm gonna request probably 2000 will be too much I assume, but let's try.
We see no benefit to
Yeah,
us.
they don't like that offer. What about 1500 guys? Would you like to get 15? Great, 1500 sounds good for them. So there is no point to move my diplomat to the south because there's no faction over here. I can get him moved towards the Parthians, which is only faction, or I can get him slowly back to west since there's a lot of factions over here and try to deal with them. There's only Parthians and Numidians, since Numidians is very far. The Parthians, I assume, in some point will come to us and offer us trade rights or something, and then we can negotiate with them. So let's go ahead and do, let me see, let's do farming. There's nothing else better than that. Or should I do... no, I can't even do that. I assume I just have to grow up a bit for it. 1200 for 60. Let's do the mines actually. I think mines is gonna be better for now. So here we go. He's scouting for us. And I have mentioned that earlier, but if you don't know yet, if you will keep your spy in a, for example, highlands, which is like where he stays, is kind of, as you see, um, uh, the geography is kind of highlands, is a mountain or hills, where this place is plains. So in plains he has less point of view. In mountains or hills, they have better point of view. So if you will keep them on a higher ground, they're gonna have more area to basically for your vision. So that's another small thing that you would like to probably keep in your mind. Now I assume, should we go for east, but I'm not so sure, to be honest. The buildings are done. Anyways, I'm gonna have to wait a turn here. 1, 2, I'm getting a cavalry, that's good. And he will... Alright, so I'll just end the turn here. War declared, Julia and Carthage. Alright, these guys are going to east, which makes the Sardis... They will always just keep pumping the militia hoplites. They don't have anything else here. Why you are not offering me anything and just keep going? That's not nice. Alright, we got... Let's do communal farming. Now let's get this cavalry over here. Actually, maybe let's move the cavalry somewhere here. So since we had an eye in that area, should I go ahead and cover this? Yes, probably that's better. So we can see what's going on around in the south and a little bit west, since we see what's going on here. How much money? 200. I will just sacrifice that 200 probably. Or shouldn't I yet? Let's keep it on a very high, a bit more. Until we are comfortable with our economy. So let's go ahead and get the diplomat. Is there any other faction diplomats? No, let's get him over here. I wish I could have had an agreement with Greek cities before I start a war with them. What about this army? Can you see what's going on there? Oh, easy army to deal. Will they fight against us or they'll step back? Alright, they wanna fight. I won't fight it just yet. I'll just leave it. And alright, I think that's gonna be the first thing I will be taking care of. But I assume we had already a pretty long episode as a starter. So folks, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode over here. Folks, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe. I appreciate all your support. And our adventure already started pretty neat and clean. We got a couple of victories in our pockets under our name already, and slowly growing in Anatolia. And we will be continuing our journey with the siege of Nicomedia as a very first thing for tomorrow's episode, and also trying to clean the rebels from our motherland, let's say, our original lands. And then we'll go from there and see what waits for us. So I appreciate everybody who attended and who basically shared their opinions on our faction selection. Whoever voted for the different faction didn't vote for the Pontus. I hope like in the next campaigns we can play one of the others. There's a lot of actually campaign choices over there. Was even interesting for me myself, and there was pretty good choices, and it was kind of difficult to play one of those, play like every one of those. That's what I tried to mean. But we'll go one by one. But if we have like a heavy interest on that, we can basically do maybe 1 or 2 parallel campaigns at the same time. That would be interesting for me as well. Just let me know about your thoughts. If we do want to see something like that, maybe we can do like certain days of the week the Pontus campaign, and another certain days of the week another faction campaign. I also have another surprise in my mind. I'll be probably sharing with you in a near future, and hope that will be to your liking as well. So long story short, folks, for today that was all. Again, I appreciate all of your support. Please keep doing that, and I will be seeing you all tomorrow. Take care since then.